Let's see if we can get some lo-fi tunes going. Lo-fi. Just something smooth. Let's see if we can just find something. Tell me if that's too loud, ladies and gentlemen. Getting started here. Boom. We'll move this down. This definitely deserves it. We'll lock that picture. And move this a little bit to the south. Line that up a little bit. Lord knows I only got so much space. All right then. So ladies and gentlemen, what is up? ADS Play 101 here. Welcome to the live chat discussion of the Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War arc. As I mentioned in the video prior to this, the original 13 Court Guard squad captains, also known as the Gotei 13 captains, were finally revealed to us. As far as their faces and what they look like, whereas before all we kind of had was just a silhouette from the manga back in 2019, and we thought we never was going to actually get to see the original captains. I mean, I had a hunch, but a lot of people, including myself, didn't think we were going to be able to. We didn't think we were going to see the original 13 captains. So after a couple years since the manga had a chance to digest it, digesting, and we were able to analyze it and enjoy it, they finally decided to animate it, and of course we all got excited. It started out October this year, 2022, and we haven't looked back as fans. As fans, we have not looked back. And, and to find out that a mere 7 episodes later, they actually show us the original Court Guard squad captains. Now, shout out to a guy by the name of Shonen Leaks on Twitter, or a gal named Shonen Leaks, because he actually was the one that showed the first full color picture of the Gotei 13, and this was before episode 7 dropped. Now what you're seeing in the background is the 13 Court Guard squad captains. So give me a second, because I actually got another picture where I could upload right here that actually shows them a bit better. Where you at? Come on now, you think I just downloaded you. My phone, I thought I had these ready to go. So as you can see, ooh, I got the letters on there. Hold on, gotta back it up. There we go. So why isn't this showing? No, that's not it. Where is it? Here we go. Sorry for that. I'm just all over the place there and not showing. The picture itself isn't showing in my downloads, and I'm like, why? Does it not count as an image? I got it. Hold on. Don't know why it's doing that, but we finna get this straight. I can't believe it's not doing what it's supposed to. There, boom. So let me take this quick allow me to take this quick picture real quick. I thought this would have been taken care of. I'm not gonna lie to you, because all right. was hard. So now, go to the thumbnails, go down, boom, here we go. All right, now here's a solid picture. I can probably resize that, matter of fact. Give me a second. Turn that into 720 so we can get a wider picture of it. Then resize. There we go. We should be straight now. Maybe finally I can do this. Now I got some close-up pictures of these guys as well. There we go. There we go. Let me shrink myself down so we can get a good look at these guys. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a full, clear picture of the original 13 Court Guard squad captains. This right here. And you can tell there's a couple people in here that may look familiar, but yeah, it's a couple people that look familiar, but everybody else here is pretty new. Now, if I'm going to zoom in on each of these, matter of fact, I might as well do another picture swap. Now, if I were to zoom in on the faces, unlock that. There we go. We're going to expand this to ginormous proportions. There we go. So some of these ought to look familiar. In the middle, of course, that's young Yamamoto. Back then, his name was Ejisai Yamamoto, who eventually became Genryusai Yamamoto, or Shinsui say, Old Man Yama. And up here, this is Retsu Unohana, back when she was going by her original name, Yachiru Unohana. I kind of spoiled that for you. But nah, this is at the time she was going by Yachiru, her original name, Yachiru Unohana. She was defeated in battle for the title of Kenpachi by somebody, and she changed her name and retired. And back then she was a lot more bloodthirsty. So these are the only two familiar faces from the Gotei 13, because truth be told, these are the two that's been there since the very beginning. As far as what happened to the others, we don't know if they died. We don't know if they just retired or they went somewhere or whatever the case may be. But I'm assuming that they're all deceased, for the simple reason that it was actually exposed that this whole arc right here is actually going to be after the 1,000-Year Blood War. So we got something to see probably December of maybe early 2024, because this is far off. You know, with Kubo, he said it himself, he does not like to work under pressure. So his focus right now is animating the 1,000-Year Blood War, and I'm pretty sure as time goes on, he may release names of each of the captains. Obviously, we still have Yamamoto and Retsu Unohana, which at the time she was going by Yachiru Unohana, as I stated at this time. We know those two, but maybe the names of these two will get revealed. Right now, they're getting into the area of the story. Right now, they're getting into the story where Yuhaba goes into the royal palace, where the royal guard is kept and where the Soul King is, and they're preparing to invade that. So there's that fight coming up, and I think I'm gonna do some videos on the Zero Division to help people get familiar with the Zero Squad or the Royal Task Force. So if we are going by the order of the anime, give me 1 second. I can, because I know I did this out of order. And I kind of beat myself up because of that. Let me see. Can I play this real quick? Because I think I took the pictures out of order. And I need to make sure that I got this right. Where the hell is my... Okay, here we go. Damn. So I believe I did this out of order. Now, right now, you guys can see... which would actually make sense now. Because she was the first Squad 11 captain. So now I'm thinking about it. You know what? They released these... they actually released these pictures in the order of the squad captains. And back then, Unohana was actually the head of Squad 11. She was actually the first squad captain for Squad 11. He was the first Squad 13. So if that's the case, Squad 12, that would mean he was the head of the research division. That would mean homeboy right here was the head of the... So that's that. Ooh. I'll bring this picture back up. Booyah. So that's the order of the squad captains. And I believe I took the pictures in order. So we got to take a closer look at each of these guys. So the next picture I want to bring up. Why is this always the default that it jumps to? Now, of course, this is Aegisai, known as Ginryu Sai. We'll blink that out. He's the head of... he's the captain commander. You know, he's the head of Squad 1. Ooh, why is that thing going out? And we pretty much already know his personality. Oh, and by the way, everybody that's a part of the 13 Court Guard squads right now, I mean, Retsu is the only one still alive from that original 13. You know, as you know, in episode 6, Yamamoto got killed by Yuha in a brutal fashion. Stole his Bankai, sliced him right in half. It was pretty devastating. Of course, we know it's Shikai, Ryujin Jaka. His Bankai was revealed, Zanka no Tachi. So we're familiar with him. So this will be Squad 1. So now we have homeboy right here. Now this is one of the guys that kind of makes me wonder, because he has a very small sword. He has a very small Zanbakuto. And I really wouldn't know how to describe him. He comes off, I mean, just looking at his picture, he kind of comes off as like a chill, calculative, almost like a guy that enjoys reading books. Almost like he was like almost like a father figure. He looks like he has that father figure kind of look to him. And I don't know. I couldn't even imagine what his Zanbakuto might be about. Because I mean, even just looking at it, he doesn't give off any hints. Couldn't imagine what his name might be, but he comes off as like a person that just likes to do some studying. He seemed like the type of guy that'll play shogi and like battling with board games and things like that. I don't know. But supposedly he's the squad captain. He's a captain of squad too, supposedly. All right, so next up we got who I'm assuming to be the captain of squad 3. And again, can't really make out if this is like just a tall girl, like Koetsu. I believe that's that girl name. I don't know if she's related to her in any way, because she gives me that feeling that Koetsu has. Let me see if I can find her. Let's see, please. Isane. I believe this Isane was her name. The vice captain of let me see. Isane was the name of that girl, right? It was Isane. Okay, it was her. There we go. We can look at the screen. There you go. This is Isane right here. For whatever reason, she reminds me of her. If you can tell, let me just put this down right here. Like you can't tell me they don't have some type of familiarity. Damn, I am tongue tied like a motherfucker. Don't kill me. Don't kill me in the comments. There's something familiar about him. I got tongue tied and I couldn't even say the damn word. Familiarity. That was a struggle for real. Laugh it up, because I'm laughing. But no, she reminds me of Isane, Kotetsu. I mean, if this is a woman who I'm gonna believe is a woman, this is a female here that we're looking at. She is pretty tall. Even when you look at the group picture that I showed. In fact, I can just close this. Ooh, not that. Not that picture. Where's that other picture at? Right here. Even when you look at this picture, being in the background right here, she's pretty tall. Like I said, I'm assuming this is a female, so I'm going off of that. So she gives me that type of vibe. But I believe this is a female. I could be wrong. And it looks like she's just as tall as Isane, captain of squad 3. Again, I'm assuming the captain's numbers in the order that they show them, because it lines up and it makes sense. Because Unohana was number 11 in the lineup, and at that time she was the head of squad 11. Why my phone going off? Did my music stop? Why did my music stop? I didn't even realize.
Hey, what's going on?
I didn't even realize my music stopped. Like, why? History. Let me get my music back. Thank you very much. I was very much enjoying my There we go. I'm so sorry for that. Make that a little bit now. There we go. But yes, she was the head of Squad 3. So at least that's what I'm assuming based on the picture. And she's pretty tall. She reminds me of Isane. So let's move on. The personality of hers, she seems to be... Again, you have to keep in mind that all of these people at this time they were ready to kill at the drop of a hat. None of these guys had reservations about killing. They were very much so, as Yuha put it in the manga, murderous thugs. And in the anime, he called them savage killers. The translation says savage killers. So these guys were literally ready to fight at a drop of a hat. So that's Squad 3's captain. So Squad 4, which of course they cover up the Haori, so you can't really see. Let's see, where's the captain of Squad 3 at? Assuming this is this homeboy or homegirl that's all the way to the left. If you can make out the picture, I think that's him or her. Some of these people you can't tell for sure if they're men or women. One thing about Japanese anime, they love being ambiguous. But I'm getting like a Doc Q type of vibe from the captain of Squad 4. I'm getting a very much like a Doc Q. If you don't know who Doc Q is, he was the guy in Blackbeard's army. If you're familiar with One Piece, let's see, Q One Piece. Let's see. Doc Q is this guy from One Piece. He was the guy that rode on the back of that horse. The sick doctor. Like, I'm getting vibes like that from him. There we go. It seems like with her Zanbato, she rides on the damn thing like a broomstick, so I wouldn't be surprised if she has some witch-like powers. I mean, the vibe I'm kind of getting from this type of personality. Sorry for that. But the vibe I'm kind of getting from the personality is like, she's gonna be kind of like one of them creepy. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is a dude or not, but if this is a woman, it's giving off like a creepy witch vibe. I mean, I can't imagine, because they don't give any hints about what the Zanbatos look like. They just, back then they wasn't even calling them, Zanbato at this time, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if Ichibei was even a part of the Royal Guard at this time, because they don't tell you how soon the Royal Guard took over. They just tell you about them. But most definitely, this is Squad 4's captain. And I just can't imagine what the personality would be. So that one actually kind of leaves me in a doozy. This one actually kind of leaves me in a doozy. Because I'm getting like a witch vibe. Because if you can tell, This motherfucker is actually riding on the the edge of the blade. So there's something going on there. Like literally riding on the edge of the blade. Not the back of it, but the actual edge. I don't know if the scabbard is on there, but I mean, I don't know if the sheath is on there. Can't really tell. Looked like he's riding the blade. That's some wicked shit. But then again, they was all murderers. So that's Squad 4's captain. So next up, we got the captain of Squad 5. Whatever his name is. He's actually... In fact, let me get that other picture up. There we go. That's much better. He's homeboy right here. He's giving me Ishin vibes. Oh, no, I did not. No, this is Squad 5's captain. This is the original captain of Squad 5 right here. I don't really... Like, I can't really make him out. He's more so... Out of all the people here, I think he would be the most... He would be one of the couple of level-headed ones. Like, I see him being the... You know how they always have, like, the one who enjoys eating food and, like, sipping sake? He kind of gives me that vibe. For whatever reason. Like, he just gives me that type of energy. I gotta go to thumbnails. And I can't for the life of me. Did this not work? I thought I just wanted me to copy of this. Oh, there you go. Okay, I was gonna say. I know I made a copy of that picture. Yeah, he just gives me like I don't know if this... I'm wondering, what if later on down the line, we find out this dude is related to Ishin? And maybe even related to Ichigo in some way. Because you know Ichigo's mother was a Quincy. They already revealed it. So I'm not spoiling anything. But he just gives me that Ishin vibe for whatever reason. Ishin... Bro, wouldn't it be some crazy shit? I don't know, I'm thinking about it. So I'm looking at Ishin. I'm looking like at his pictures. And you can't tell me this dude don't resemble Ishin. Hold on, wait. Let's take this picture down. Where Chrome at? Dude, tell me Ishin don't resemble this dude in some way. Like, look at him. Like, what if this turns out to be like Ishin's father? Like, what if this right here turns out to be like Ichigo's uncle or something? And maybe I'm pushing it, or maybe maybe it's a reach. I don't know. But let me find out. Like, what was Ishin's? We need to find out what's Ishin's. I need to see Ishin Kurosaki. Gotei 13. He was with the Gotei 13. What squad was he the head of? That's what I want to know. This is what we got to find out. He was the squad captain or something. I can't even think. Base operation 10th squad. Okay, so he was the former captain of squad 10. Now, obviously, the people in this group supersedes Ishin. So the former head of the Shiba clan, and there's no picture for Bleach Shiba clan. Let me see. Like, we don't have no pictures of it. Kayan Shiba. Okay, he used to be a part of the Shiba clan. That's another story they got to tell. The backstory for the Shibas. Because she has a Zanbato. And so does this guy. Now, these guys were tasked with, funny enough, the Shiba clan was actually tasked with being the ones to ship the, excuse me, oh, bless me. But they're the ones that was responsible for shooting the royal guards back up to the Soul Palace after the Yuha fight. They go down to the Serite to assess the damage, and then they have to get shot back up because there's no direct way to get back from the Serite back to the Soul Palace. They have to get launched up there, and they're the ones responsible for doing that. So a little tidbit. I might as well leave this one up right here because this is the only picture that we had of them. But keep it going. But you can't tell me you cannot tell me this orange-haired guy in Ishin don't have some sort of, I don't know, dude. Like, they just, it's giving me confidence that this guy knows Ishin in some form or another. I'm just feeling, now he's the head of Squad 5. This guy right here, he was the original captain for Squad 5. And he's just giving me these vibes that he knew Ishin. Or Ishin knows of him. Because ain't no way. Thumbnails. There we go. This picture back. Yeah, he just gives me Ishin vibes. Now, as far as, like I said, his personality, I'm pretty sure he's the group drunk. Like, he's the one that likes to eat. He's the womanizer out the group. Because he's the only sane, out of all the people here. He has a killer instinct, but I feel like he's one of the more level-headed ones out the original Gotei 13. So now we're at Squad 6. We're at Squad 6, original head of Squad 6. Now, I think this is the main one that kind of gets everybody. Because she's giving me, let's see. What's old girl name that was a visor? I'm trying to think of the name of old girl. Because I'm pretty sure everybody's thinking what I'm thinking when it comes to this girl. Now, this is the head of Squad 6. Let's see. Let's see if I can find her name real quick. Because I can't. Oh, never mind. Hiyori. Okay, I figured that was her name. I figured Hiyori was his name. W, man. Oh, shout out to you, man. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the likes. So let me see if I can get this picture, this up. So we got it. Okay. There's some connection between her and Hiyori. Like, I'm not even finna play with the idea that her and Hiyori doesn't have some type of history. Now, what if, like, this turns out to be Hiyori's mother? Or, like, her older sister or something? Appreciate the follow, man. Appreciate the follow, La Assassin. You can't tell me, like, if there was any... Wait, let me take a look at Hiyori's. What does her Zanbato look like? Does she ever reveal what her Shikai is? I don't think she does. I think she's one of the few people that didn't reveal her Shikai. Hiyori Shikai. Oh, that's right, she does. Like, she has that big ogre blade. So we do get to see it. My bad, I ain't seen this in so damn long. The hilt don't look so different. Because I thought there was a connection because the hilt for the Captain of Squad 6, the original Captain of Squad 6, reminds me of somebody. Like, if you look at this hilt looks familiar. I can't pinpoint where exactly, but it looks familiar. It has like that star-shaped pattern on it. And it's like, I've seen that somewhere before. And I just can't put my finger on who. Like, she has a 6-star hilt. So, she has a hexagram hilt. So I can't really pinpoint it. But yeah, her and Hiyori they got some type of history, bro. Because Hiyori acts too much like a, correct me if I get this wrong, tsundere. That's them anime girls that be acting like they be too tough to admit when they like somebody. She gives me like this shy, innocent, childlike killer instinct. You know what I mean? That's her vibe that I get from her. She's literally one of those characters that I can actually see being like the little sister of the group. Like, you know what, those characters, you can't tell me that she's not the little sister of the original Gotei 13. Like, she just gives off that vibe. Matter of fact, I can actually show y'all another picture. Let's see. I'll close that, open this up. I can show y'all another picture that kind of gives it away that she's like that. So this was the beginning of Bleach, episode 7, and this was because this was showing the original Gotei 13 as they were fighting a Quincy, which is the whole reason behind this blood war to begin with. And this is just showing a scene where she's killing somebody, and just look how she's slashing. See how she's just jumping up and acting like a little child. Like, she's the little sister of the group, obviously. But yeah, she's the head of Squad 6, and I think there's a connection between her and Hiyori. Now, that's the first thing. Like, I gotta say that. But she just gives off that childlike, innocent, strong, but I don't know shit type of personality. That's what I get from her. So that's that. So we finna. There we go. Ooh. Open that back up. All right, so we're gonna move on from her. I think it's I think with her, she's the most obvious as to who she might be. Hiyori is her relative somewhere. So next up, we got the original Squad 7 captain. And this is the guy that kind of interests me the most. I don't know why, but he just gives off that menacing, I really don't give a fuck type of personality. But I can guarantee you, this dude right here, there's going to be more comedy relief from this guy than anybody for whatever reason. I don't know why. He gives off like a starved zombie Grim Reaper type of personality. Like he gives off that type of vibe. But I feel like he's going to be more so the comedy relief than anybody else. It's him and it's another person on this list that we're going to talk about that I just feel like is the comedy relief. As you can tell from his from his Zanbakuto and his stance, it's something about him that has to do with death. And I can honestly say that his personality is going to be the comedy relief. I'm going to just say that. I can't really think about anything other than what he could possibly, what other abilities he could possibly have. At first I thought those are his hands. Those are gloves though. Like those are gloves. So let's see. My bad, got sidetracked. I know it sucks. I know it sucks. But no, he gives me that vibe of a person that is like he's not intentionally. I feel like he's gonna have the comedy relief, but I feel like the comedy relief isn't gonna be intentional. It's like the situation is just gonna be like naturally funny. That's the thing with him. I just feel it. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much that, dude. Like he just giving me those vibes of a person that's like that. So let me lock that in place. But he definitely has like a deathly vibe to him, a deathly look. I don't know if he's one of those sick type of people or if he has, I would say like, anytime he activates his Shikai, maybe like a gas forms around him that like saps other people of their power. I don't know. But he's definitely the one I'm keeping my eye on. He's that one person that you want to keep your eyes on. Now this next person right here, I think is going to be comedy relief as well, because she's the captain of Squad 8. She's Squad 8 captain. And I think Squad 8 captain of Squad 8, Bleach. You know, Shinsui. I need to know what their division is. Shinsui Kyoraku. Let me see, because I want to know. Okay, so they ain't got no special duties noted to him. But, like, she reminds me of Lisa. She was one of the visors. Let's see if I can pull that picture up. I think we got another identity match. This is Lisa. Right here. I feel like we have another match of sorts. Or maybe there's a connection. I don't know, like she's giving me Lisa vibes. I feel like she's like one of those serious, but she gives me like the shy, bubbly girl type of aura. She gives me that type of aura. I don't know, because she has the Lisa's Lisa Shikai kind of looks like hers a little bit. Matter of fact, she's one of the few people I think she's the only person in the picture. She's one of the few people in the picture who has her Shikai activated, or at least I think they do. You know who she also reminds me of? Who was that? Clone Arc. Ray guy. That's his dude's name. Nozomi Kazora. Kage Rosa, that's his name? Yeah, him. Obviously his weapon is different, but it kind of has like a similar look to it. The blades look similar. Sorry about that. Something seemed like something bit me. But I'll be alright. But no, she gives me that shy girl type of personality. I think she's gonna be taken seriously. But she gives off that shy girl type of vibe. So that's the only thing I can really say about her. I'll close this out. Let's move on to the next person. Somebody who I think also has a Shikai activated. This gentleman right here, he gives me Buddhist vibes. I really don't know why. He gives me like vibes of a Buddha, or maybe he's like a priest or some sort. Because I doubt that's his. I doubt that's his his sword. And I think that's I don't think that's his regular sword. I think that's a Shikai. I could be wrong because we had some pretty unique looking swords in Bleach before. But one interesting thing about him, and I can actually, you know what? Let's just use this picture. This dude got some wicked ass teeth. His teeth is on the outside of his mouth. I don't know if that's like a grill. I don't know if those are like gold teeth or that he implanted. But he's giving off like a skull face type of energy. Like he's giving off like he has that skull face type of look to him. I want to say he's like a death priest or something like that. I don't know, because between his, because they didn't show him swinging his Zanbato. It's kind of like it was just an image of blood splatters. I'm pretty sure he fought with it, but in that form. But it's hard to tell. Yeah, this is the captain of Squad 9. He's giving me like some Buddhist vibes or something of that nature. If I had to guess, he's very religious. And his sword, I don't know, like, because that's a unique looking weapon. It looks like it's made out of bamboo and sharp edge, like a sharp edged bamboo weapon. Because that sword looks unique. So he's giving off like a death priest kind of vibe, but other than that, I can't really say what else. You know what I mean? Like he's giving off a death priest type of vibe to him. You know, he's way in the back there. You can't really make out exactly what he I mean, he's holding his sword up, but I don't know. Let's move on. So it's Squad 9. So this is the head of Squad 10 right here. Now this is another doozy. Dude is giving off a Ronin vibe. That's the only thing I can really say about him. He's giving off like a bland Ronin vibe that I can't really pinpoint. There's something about him that makes, I don't know, bro. There's literally something about him that gives off like a traveling swordsman. You don't really get to see his Zanbakuto because he's in the back somewhere. Like he's pretty much in the back. You can't really see his Zanbakuto too well. I think there's an image that I can bring up. I don't like this picture though. We finna expand this. It looked like he has, dude, his hands look like it's on a flute or something. I'm trying to zoom in as much as possible. But dude, look at his hands. His hands almost look like they're like on a flute. It's like they're holding a sword like this. And it's like he's just like playing on a flute or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe his Zanbakuto is a flute. I don't know. But he's definitely gonna be traveling swordsman the vibe of like a traveling swordsman, because he definitely has a Ronin straw hat. Can't really put my finger on it though. Let's move on. As far as what I think his personality might be, I have no clue. It's the captain of Squad 10 though. But now we have the captain of Squad 11, the original captain of Squad 11, Yachiru Unohana. We already know about her. If you don't, spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil it. So this is actually the first Kenpachi. This is Retsu Unohana. At the time, she was going by her original name, Yachiru Unohana. And out of everybody in this group, who are all called Savage Killers, by the way, she was the most bloodthirsty out of all of them. Matter of fact, the reason, in current time in the Bleach storyline, she is like one of the more profound healers of the Gotei 13. But the whole story behind why she became a healer to begin with was because she used to kill people so quickly that she pretty much used to revive them. Like she used to kill people. Excuse me. She used to kill people so quickly that she learned how to do healing just so that she could heal them up and keep the fight going. So she was a bloodthirsty monster, right? So you got to understand, she was the Kenpachi, which basically means sword demon or sword beast or blood beast. Blood sword demon. And that whole Kenpachi lineup started with her. So, and at this time, she's the head of Squad 11, which Zaraki is the head of. But at this time, she was the first Squad 11 captain. Her and Zaraki, they had a fight. She lost, and she retired from being a Kenpachi. And now that I think about it, I think Kenpachi had to earn the Kenpachi. He earned the Kenpachi title twice, I believe. Because when he beat Unohana, she passed the title to him. And then later on down the line, when Soya Asha Zero had the title, Kenpachi beat him and then became the new head of Squad 11. But yeah, after she got beat, she retired from Squad 11, and I think she went on to become captain of like Squad 8, if I'm not mistaken. Like, where's the red suit? Let me look at this. 4th Division. Okay. She was the original 4th Division. She was the head of Squad 4. So now that I'm thinking about it, hold up. Squad 4. Who's that 4th picture we pulled up? Let me see. Because Squad 4 is known for healing. So homeboy or homegirl right here was the healer. Maybe. Of the Gotei 13. I don't know. Certain divisions, they have certain duties. And yeah, at this time, she was a bloodthirsty animal, bro. Like, she couldn't... But after this, she moved on and went to Squad 4, to be the head of Squad 4. and they're the squad known for. She's the medical team. There's that. Give me. Yeah, like she's. Matter of fact, I think she's the only between her and Shinsui. They're the only ones who was the head captains of two different divisions. As y'all know, after Yamato died, Shinsui became the new captain commander. And during this time, Retsu, after she was beaten by Zaraki, became the head of Squad 4. So, I don't know. But we already know her personality. You know what's funny? I did videos on the Stern Ritter on my TikTok. And in the first video, I talked about how if you're looking for answers in the Blood War arc, all you have to do is go back and watch the main storyline arcs of Bleach, as well as the one Pendulum arc that started at like episode 206, and only lasted until like 212. But yeah, there's that. I don't know, bro. It's one of those. I don't know. It's really one of those. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with it. Moving on. So next we got the head of Squad 12, which was the first research division, or which was the research division. And I'm not surprised this guy is the head of it. You know, I'm wondering. I'm literally. There's two things about this guy that makes me ask questions. One, considering that he had his face painted and that was kind of like his thing, I wonder if Mayuri was working under this dude at one point. Like, I literally wonder if Mayuri was working under this guy at one particular point or another. Because if he was the head of the research division, he kind of, obviously he was the one that was he was the scientist of the group. I mean, just following what the divisions are known for. And it's two things about him. Either one, I feel like Mayuri knows him, or two, and this is a huge stretch, I don't think it's true, this is Ichibe, who's the head of the Royal Guard. Like, I don't know. That Ichibe one is a stretch. I don't think it's true. I don't think it's any relation to him, which would be crazy if it actually is. But Ichibe Hyosube, there's no resemblance. He has more of a resemblance to Mayuri. He has more of a resemblance to Mayuri than any damn body. Whoa, let's back that up. This is Mayuri without, this is Mayuri without the makeup. so you know it's makeup on his face. But I'm wondering if at some point he was an understudy for this guy, and then for some reason he got thrown in jail afterwards. But I wonder if he was the inspiration behind Mayuri painting his face to like honor him. Maybe he fell in battle or something like that. Maybe he retired. I don't know. But I but it could be a possibility there. You know, like there could be that possibility that he was at one point Mayuri's mentor. I don't know, man. I hope that we get like some type of like trivia. Let me see. I'm trying to sit here and think, man. I don't think they ever announced his reasons for him painting his face. Yuri Kurosuchi. Let me see, why did I paint his face? I don't know, bro. Now, the reason why he does it, according to this, the reason why Mayuri does it is because he can control how he looks to others. I don't know if they ever confirmed that in the anime or the manga, but I want to assume that's why this guy, like, there's got to be some connection between this guy and Mayuri. Like maybe Mayuri looked up to him at some point. You know, I have no clue. I don't know. Because I'm reading this right here. And this is one of the things about him. Like Mayuri, he uses face paint to imitate other people. And I'm assuming that's where he got this from. Like he got it from this guy. Like I think I'm on something to that. Like Mayuri got this habit from him. Because he probably thought his face paint was... But then again, I don't know how... I don't even think Mayuri was born yet. Or he was around. But he knew about this guy. And in him knowing about him and seeing his face paint, he probably started doing that too. I don't know. Like there's some sort of history there. And I'm gonna hold myself to that because I literally think I'm on something. But last but not least, We got the old man right here, who looks like he's obviously way older than way older than Yamamoto. He's the captain of Squad 13. What was Squad 13 known for? I think Squad 13 had a purpose. I don't know what it was, but we finna find out. Bleach Squad 13. So they were just under the jurisdiction of all they say is I don't know. All they're saying is that they were given jurisdiction over Karakura Town, but that's probably it as far as jurisdiction goes. And back then, obviously, they wasn't doing that, so I'm not really thinking about that. But he's another one that I think has like a religious type of ordeal going on with him. Like he's giving like those Buddhist vibes as well. I'm pretty sure between him and the other guy who I believe is the captain of let me see what him and the guy who's the captain of Squad 9. I bet those two are like good friends because he's giving off like a religious type of deathly priest type of vibe, and the old man just looked like he's just in his old age and just wants to be as, I don't know. He probably has like some type of thing going on with him too. Like I just can't pinpoint it. Most definitely though. But it's hard to say for sure what's what. But I feel like he's gonna be doing a lot of laughing and coughing between him and homeboy with the black gloves right here. They're gonna be having a cough fest. But I can't really think of nothing else other than that. I mean, some of my theories are like accurate as far as like homegirl in the top right being like the shy, you know, she's gonna be like she's gonna be the fan service of the group. You know, they always got that one girl who's the fan service in the anime. I feel like that's her. She's gonna be the fan service. Homeboy with the orange hair, I feel like he's kind of related to Ishin. Head of Squad 12, big guy with the big red ring painted on his face, with the big U painted on his face. I'm gonna stick with my theory that him and Mayuri got some sort of connection, or rather, Mayuri was inspired to paint his face from him because he was the first head of Squad 12, which was the research division. Another thing I forgot to mention. The name of this arc supposedly is going to be called the New Hell arc, and we're not getting anything. You know, I think over time, more information is going to be released. More information is going to be released on it. Excuse me for yawning, but I just don't see anything happening right now as far as that goes. So, all in all, man, this version of Gotei 13 was said to be the strongest and the most brutal and the most bloodthirsty savages out of any version of the Gotei 13. You know, Yuha told Yamamoto as he was killing it, as he was getting ready to finish him off, that the Gotei 13 died 1,000 years ago with this group because they weren't as dangerous as they once was. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see more developments on this Court Guard squad. But other than that, man, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have coming. But other than that, I mean, shit, that's everything. You know, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of lengthy, over an hour long. I think the Court Guard squads are this original 13, how they're going to introduce them as far as back into the Bleach manga. I think once this Blood War is over, I feel like they're going to have... Oh, give me a second. I feel like they're going to do something where hell opens up and these guys make a return. So that's my little theory on that, which I think makes sense. And hopefully we get more, as time goes on, we get more information like names, their abilities, and what they can do. So I'm kind of hoping that at the very least, after Yuhaba does his after this whole Blood War gets finished, we get more, information out of it. But outside of that, man, thank you guys for joining me for the live chat. Hope you guys enjoyed it. The original Gotei 13 looks menacing, and I honestly cannot wait to see what is the next step for Bleach after the Blood War. It has me looking forward to something else. And seeing that we get the original captains now gets me hyped. So thank you guys for joining. Remember, be humble in victory, be gracious in defeat, show no mercy in battle. World Warriors Collective, I'm ADS Play 101. Peace.